Yo, it's me, Uncle Ricky, and let's talk about some things. You know, I was wondering how long it was going to take the Republican Party. See, they got a rift right now because one part of the party is tired of Trump, and the other part of the party, that's all they want is Trump. They live, eat, breathe, and die fucking Trump. The other part of the party knows that if Trump gets back in, he's going to destroy the country, so there will be nothing left to steal from, because he's going to take everything. And then everybody that raises their voice, whether it's another Republican or a Democrat or whatever, he's going to use his office to grind them into the dust. That's the Republican way. And what gets to me is this. There are those in that party. There are those in that party that have power. There are those in that party that can still get shit accomplished. But they scared of Trump because Trump, in his last at CPAC, he did a 2.0 version of his original 2016 campaign debut when he said he was the only one that can fix it. At CPAC, for the MAGA extremist idiots, he put on a show saying, "I am your warrior, I am your retribution." Retribution against what? Has the left really, threatened on a large scale? I mean, there's been little cases, and maybe there's been a few people on the left that actually took out some people on the right. But the people on the left do not make a habit of threatening death and exclusion like the people on the right. Maybe the left is doing it underground, but if you can only go by the optics, who is the most dangerous party? Who is the party that's always talking about how many guns they fucking got and asking, when can we turn it loose on our enemies? They're not talking about an international enemy. They're not talking about the Chinese. They're not talking about the North Koreans. They're talking about people in this country that don't look like them and people that look like them, because these people don't want to put up with the bullshit that they know is coming. But the people on the right want everybody to be afraid of them. Maybe because they're not the majority. Maybe because they just don't give a fuck. I don't know, but they're doing everything in their power to smash any opposition from the left. Florida. They trying to pass a law that will outlaw the Democratic Party in the state of Florida. Now, how the hell you get away with that in 2023? I don't know. They trying to pass a law where everybody that wants to be, a vlogger, a podcaster, they have to register, especially if you want to express anti-DeSantis rhetoric or use anti-DeSantis rhetoric. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to compare this to Nazi Germany putting yellow stars, the Star of David, on Jewish people. Once they can recognize you, once DeSantis has an easy way to recognize who and who isn't, or the ones that he perceives to be his enemy because of the things they do, he doesn't even have to struggle to investigate to persecute him. He just opens the book, points his finger, and sends his police. He already has his own private police force, his so-called election integrity police, and the standards, the layout, the guidelines for their area of jurisdiction and enforcement kind of like are defined by DeSantis, as the case requires. That's not a win-win situation for anybody that wants to speak out against DeSantis. The next thing is like, why is it so important to control what goes on in people's lives? Why is it so important to put your brand, your religion, on everybody else? Why is it so important to destroy and eradicate and erase the contributions and the history of people that don't look like you? Or make it seem insignificant, or make it seem that the only way they survive is because of the benevolence and the ingenuity of white people. White history is the only. I'm not talking shit. If you got a half an ounce of sanity, it's obvious that there are government leaders that are trying to promote white Christian culture above anything else. Now, when it comes to Trump has been vocal about, he makes no bones about who he hates and who he considers to be his enemy. And one thing he is always vilified above anything else, and that's women. And then when you add the fact that it is a black woman, there's no hold barred. He can't go low enough in his own mind. And now it seems like because Fani Willis is actually moving forward and got her investigation to the point where there is enough evidence to actually indict Trump, and because the Georgia State House, the Republicans in Georgia know that she doesn't play, they know that woman's going to pull the trigger. She got more balls than Merrick Garland, Alvin Bragg, any of the rest of them. So what do? Trump has already, basically put a target on his back by the words that have come out of his mouth towards his most rabid followers. But now, the Georgia State House, even though Trump tried to get Kemp and Raffensperger to violate the law in a manner they knew that they couldn't cover up, and they refused to do it. It's not that they didn't want to do it. They knew it was a no-win proposition. And they knew that it would be the end of their own political careers. So, for once, they decided to stand on the law. But they made themselves an enemy of Trump for life. And even though they know that if Trump actually becomes president again, they on the shit list just like everybody else. But because they have to protect, because they have to put party over country to stay in power in their own little state, there's laws being proposed that you have oversight by the State House, Senate, and representatives over the district attorneys in the state of Georgia. And that oversight power gives them the right to remove duly elected district attorneys from their office at their convenience, at their whim, with very little cause. It is a direct shot at Fani Willis saying, yo, bitch, go ahead, pull that trigger and see what the fuck happened to you. This is not a democracy. It hasn't been. It's only, maybe it was never was, but it is more apparent now that the tenets of democracy, some people in charge don't consider or don't believe that everybody is due the benefits of democracy, or the terms of what democracy is, should be allowed to redefine them and make it what they want to be. Oh yeah, we're a democracy in name, but in reality, it's all about us. A lot of Republicans don't want to claim that they are MAGA because MAGA is insanity. MAGA is wrapped around conspiracy theories, QAnon, extreme social dislike, social domestic terrorists. They don't want anything to do with that because that's a bad look, but they do not turn down that vote. They do not want to eliminate that vote from the next election because they feel they need that vote to get over. And none of the people that's going after the extreme right has any integrity in the least. The same Republicans don't want to piss off MAGA. If they don't vote, so what? But they would rather have them in the corner being quiet than have them going against them. This is the leverage that Trump has. If you fuck with me, I will stick my dogs on you, and whatever happens, happens. Trump said once, I can kill the president off Fifth Avenue and nothing will happen to me. And as ludicrous as that sounds, as ludicrous as that may be, as anti-democratic as it appears to be, this country is about to prove him right. And that will be the saddest day in our history, because it will be the end of democracy. Well, that's it for me. If you got any concerns about the well-being of people that are just trying to do their job, y'all give some consideration to Fani Willis. That's one woman that I give her big props because she got a national target on her back for just doing her job. And history, Trump history, has already proven that the odds are against her. A la Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. Dude did what he was supposed to do, and look what happened to him. His whole career was destroyed. His twin brother's career was destroyed. Because you're dealing with a petty individual that is the head of a petty group of people. That it's all about them, a narcissistic group that want a narcissistic leader to validate all of their antisocial behavior. And that would be Donald John Trump. Or maybe Ron DeSantis. One or the other. Doesn't matter. It's going to be bad for all the people in the middle who are just trying to make it. Well, that's it for me, Uncle Ricky. I'm going to say peace out. Goodbye for now. And most of all, God bless.